everybody, welcome back to another Art Deco Italian Line tutorial video. This is the Minecraft SS Andrea Doria interior tutorial part 66. Yeah, the last part before disaster happens in next part. But anyway, this is gonna be a pretty fun part. We start in the first class areas here, so we'll be getting those designs down. And specifically, these are the 4 first class suites. And then we'll also get the chapel done, which was accessible to all classes. Um, so, yeah, not really much to say here, so I'll get started with marking them out. Come down here, and then these are 2 just normal cabins. So, anyway, starting right here, just gonna reverse these doors around because you're gonna put 2 other doors right here, so it just lines up better. Let's do that to start. Now I'm gonna line the walls, but only up to a certain point. So from here, I'm gonna go back by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The same thing on this side. So 1, 2. There we go. And then I'll... Actually, wait, no. Just use... I got the hiccups now, dang it. Use regular smooth quartz for all this, because since it's the first class area, and apparently my hiccups aren't stopping. Well, that's going to be annoying. Well, yeah, these are first class areas. Just use smooth quartz for the walls. Trying to see. Ah, okay. Had a Shamrock Shake from McDonald's, and I guess that's kicking in now. Anyway, I mean, a lot of these, for these walls, for these suites, these walls will be changed. Well, some of them will be changed, so you can really just make it out of anything, but some of them are going to remain smooth quartz. Okay, there's it done on the other side. Now for the walls, I think what I did, well, I need to check the prototype again. Come down here. Did I do it all the way through the bathroom? No, I did not. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna change some of these walls to smooth quartz here. Basically, just these walls right here. We'll change these. Well, first of all, change this one right here to smooth quartz. And then also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next 8 here. This will all be smooth quartz. So let's do smooth quartz. And I accidentally made that banner fall. So I need to grab a new one. There we go. And that's the same thing on this side here. So we'll change those, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of that should be smooth quartz as well. So there we go, we got some of those walls changed now. Let's see, should I start with the middle or do the outside? I think I'll do the middle first. So go from this doorway here. We'll just use smooth quartz for all these walls. But we'll build back by 1, 2, 3, 4. And going inward, we have 1, and then a door. Grab my door. So we got a door here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Go in by 3. Then you have this small bathroom in here. And this is cabin 171. The next to it's literally just a mirror image. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, door there, and then 1, 2, 3. And then you got the other bathroom in here. It's cabin 172. Also, in case you couldn't tell, well, I mean, I guess I haven't really told you, but the basic first class areas, like these hallways and inside the cabins. These are all just smooth quartz blocks, just fully smooth quartz. So I know in the second and third class you kind of had these bone block walls, which I guess kind of looks a little bit fancier in Minecraft, just because they have more design to them. But they're really just supposed to be like kind of bare panels. Meanwhile, in the first class areas, these are just nice, smooth white walls instead of just looking like bare metal. So that's the explanation for that. But yeah, there's those two cabins. And apart from that, we'll leave a 1 block gap and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks inward like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll put doors here. So put doors like that. And then one in the middle. And this is just kind of an outer casing because the inner walls for the chapel are a little different. So from this edge block, we'll go forward by, or backward by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then put a door here, like that. And then 2. We'll go inward by 1, and then put a door here. What do my deck plans say? What? These deck plans are missing a door. That's not right. Okay, this door faces outward, like that. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then a door here. And then 2. And then going back again, or forward again, place 1. And then put a door here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 should connect up to there. So that's the chapel there. Now for the inside walls, I'm not going to get those yet because of the interior wall patterns. But just keep in mind that this is the chapel here. So there's all of that. I think I can probably just get the kind of outer sides. Let's get like the outer edges of these suites and then build them up with their wall patterns. So first thing I'm actually going to do before any of that is put a pair of doors here, like this. There we go. And you can put signs above these doors that just say crew only. So I'll kind of build my smooth quartz up around them. Like this, and I'll just put a sign that says crew, and a sign that says only. Grab my glowing sack. And then over here, this door. We got crew, and only. I don't want a D. There we go. Crew only. So there's those doors. And also the floor patterns, you can see I already have put in, but I'll explain them to you as I go along. This should be spruce here. But yeah, the first class hallway floors are just the terracotta color again, based on what I think, because I couldn't find any pictures of the first class hallways. For the cabin floor, for the basic cabin floors, it's just, I used a coal block actually. It looked to be some sort of matte carpet, like a, not like a fuzzy kind of carpet, but just kind of like a, I think you know what I mean. It's the kind of carpet you'd find in like a school or something. That kind of, not a fluffy carpet, more like just a kind of matted down carpet. And it was a pretty dark color, so I'm guessing it was maybe black or like a very dark blue or something. So I've just gone with coal block, but you do what you want with that information. If you can find pictures of it online, so it's up to you. But that's what I've done. So now for the outer edges here, for these outer walls, we'll go from this block right here. We're going to build back by 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll put a door here. So, put the door back. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And put a door here. Like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to want to put a pair of doors here. Like that. And then 1, 2. And then this goes all the way out to the side. So there's that outer wall is done. And these are the suites, obviously. Now this side did literally the exact same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a door here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a door here. 1, 2, 3, 4. A pair of doors. 1, 2. And then bring that out to the hall. So there we go. There's all of that. Um, Now actually, I think the wood paneling does kind of come into play here. But yeah, well, I'll get that in the next part. You can see there's wood paneling around because this is where the first class foyer is. Um, and it's kind of wood paneling like around where the chapel goes. But I think I'll save that for the next part. I don't want to run this part too long. Um, so there's that. Um, but yeah, I think I'll just get on with doing the decorations now. I'm kind of building things up. Um, so I'll go through it. I'm not really going to do any cuts here, so I think I'll get started with the normal cabins down here. And these walls you can just build up to their normal height, so I'll start by doing that. The smooth quartz block. So build these around. And then build up middle bits. And there we go. I'll also put my signs in. So this is cabin 171. And this is cabin 172. Whoops. 172. There we go. And then for the cabin designs themselves, actually I need to see what I did because I forget. Okay, there's my cabins. Let's see, I got these beds, trapdoors, jungle, this, and this. And then for the bathroom, it's just this, and the shower. Okay. And then that should be both on the same time. Alright, so for the cabin decoration, this is kind of the basic design for a first class cabin, basic first class cabin. Is you got blue beds here, bunk beds. I think these are said bunk beds, right? Or no, these are single beds. Okay, so yeah, just use a single bed in here. I'll put a jungle trap door behind that. Now I'll put 2 stripped jungle wood for the desk. I'll put a banner above that with 2 torches for the lights. Then just a birch stair behind that for the chair. Um, so that's that cabin. And then for the bathroom, it's pretty simple. Just put a quartz stair there with a lever, and then use the usual design for the shower. So I think it was what the dropper. It's a what's it called? It's in a dispenser. That's what it is. Dispenser. And I need my glass, white glass, and tripwire hook. So just put a shower in here, like that. Same thing on this side, of course. All just the same details. Just mirrored, obviously. So put the bed in. And I need my torches again. And my stair. There we go. So there's that. There's those cabins. Now on the prototype, you might have noticed some other lights in here, but we'll get to those later on when we actually do the lighting. So that's just the first class cabin design for now. So I think now we can move on to the chapel, which is a little more exciting. But first, I do need to go check the wall pattern again, because it's not exactly something super easy to remember, especially when I did it a few days ago. So grab these blocks here. And this is, again, pretty complicated design, as you can see. But I'll start with the basic stuff. Start with the basics. It's always a good idea. I'll grab the stairs here. And is that smooth quartz behind there? It is. And then this is all just the same. Okay. So fly back over to this ship. And for the inner walls, we'll basically just layer the inside. But the wall pattern is a little interesting. Also, you can see the floor pattern doesn't really fully line up super well. Basically, what you're going to want is a Well, I guess I'll just put it in the walls first, and then tell you kind of exactly how the floor pattern should be. So first thing we're gonna do is in these two corners, I'll put a stripped dark oak wood. I'll put a pillar of sandstone next to them. So you could just make this, yeah, I'll leave it for now. And then put two more of the dark oak, and then I think one there in the middle. And then put two doors here, so we'll add stripped dark oak underneath, and then put the doors in. And I'm forgetting, was there a pillar in between the doors? I feel like there wasn't. Never mind, there was. It's kind of hard remembering where the pillar placements go. So this middle one should be a pillar. 2, 3 up there. And I'll double the height of the stripped dark oak. Like this. And then for the third layer, we'll just use polished diorite. There we go. Now we're gonna run some, basically run the beams along here. So basically put 2 stripped dark oak and then sandstone, 2 stripped dark oak, sandstone, 2 stripped dark oak, sandstone, 2 stripped dark oak. Just put one there. And you're gonna want to build these up to the same heights again, like this. And then again, where your door is, just do that. Let's put another door in. Polished diorite above everything. Oh. What did I do wrong? Are they supposed to be... These aren't supposed to be 3 apart, are they? No, they're all 2. 2, 2, 2. Huh. And there's just no pillars in the... Okay. Okay. Just needed to check that again. So you have those walls built up. Same thing on the other side. So put 2 there. Sandstone, 2 there. Sandstone, 2 there. Sandstone, and then literally just 4 along here. Sandstone, and I guess rain is following me around now as I build. And then basically for the back wall here, we'll put in these doors real quick. I want the door to face outward, and then along the back it's more just dark oak. And then above all that, put polished diorite. There's all of that. Now for the outer walls, we'll build these up. Build these around. And then we can put the signs on for where the chapel is. Okay. I guess we got some shenanigans going on. Bring that down to there. Yep, and then this next layer, I'm kind of wasting some time here. Wasting a lot of time here. There we go. There's the outer walls done, so I'm going to add my signs now. So just grab this chapel sign. I'm going to get my glowing sack. This chapel sign I'm just going to put right here in the middle. Just chapel. In between the doors. Then this one. Chapel. That one's actually going to be changed because of the wall pattern. This one. Just, chapel. And then these back ones here. I didn't even label those because that's going to be in a crew-only hallway. So there'll be a door here. It's just kind of a crew area hallway. Crew-only area hallway. So I don't really think they would have had one. But anyway, moving along. And these 2 corners here on the back of the chapel, we'll basically go to the 3rd block in, and we'll add more design to this. So we will add more walls. So we'll put a dark oak there, and then put a door here, like that. Is that right? I think that one goes. Okay, yeah, that is right. And I'll put. I think it's 1 more dark oak and then a sandstone. The sandstone will be 3 high. Then along this wall here, we'll build 3 across. This will be using smooth quartz, so build that up, and then sandstone again. And for the side, just more dark oak, and then the door actually faces the opposite end on the side. So there we go. Now you can kind of see the floor pattern here. So you see you basically have dark oak planks along the edges here, and then also in these corners and in this room, just oak planks. And then inside here, it's this checkerboard pattern, so you can copy that. And now for the final layer up top, for these interior walls, I again need to check what I did. Did I add them on the corners? That's my question. I don't think I did. Alright, so I get our ochre frog light, and this is basically how the room is mainly lit, is using these lights here. Well, actually just start by building up the corners. So I'll put a pillar on top of all of these sandstone blocks, like this. And then for the rest of these areas, just put, I think in here, still had the frog lights. There you go, and then along here. Did I have them along here? I gotta go back and check again. Apologies for checking so much, I just want to make sure I get this right. No, I did. Did I just use smooth quartz above it all? Oh, I used smooth quartz above there, diorite above there, okay. So smooth quartz above this bit, and then polished diorite above that bit. So there's that for the moment. What now? I guess I can get the decorations of it all. Of course, since I'm lazy, I'm going to start with the storage room in here. This small, simple storage room that I've barely added decoration for. So, storage room is just a chest. Just added a chest and then some beehives that look like boxes. So there's that. And then what's next? I guess I'll get. Oh, I need to get the arches. There's these arches in here, and then this overhanging bit, the banner, and the altar itself. So I'll get that part first. Above here, just put 2 polished diorite, and then diorite stairs beneath, just for the arch. There we go. And then, I think, yeah, right where the ceiling is, we'll basically put a stair like that, and then come in the middle, put a stair like that. So you kind of have this overhanging bit here. Put 3 brown banners there. It's actually like a whole painting there, like in 3 panels, but I was too lazy to decorate the banners. So, if you want a picture, you can just look at the Andrea Doria's chapel, and it'll come right up. It's all in black and white, though, so you won't get any colors, but this is all just a guess. Now for the altar itself, I just did 3 chiseled quartz block with 3 smooth quartz slab on top. And let's see, there were like the kneeling pads and a rug in front of it. So I need to grab those. So grab these bits here. And then I'm also going to grab these buttons because I forgot to mention that the checkerboard flatter pattern has a bunch of buttons on it. So for the rest of the altar and the kneeling pads, just put 2 sandstone there, cut sandstone, and then bamboo mosaic slabs and a brick slab there. And yeah, as I was saying, the checkerboard pattern is has all these buttons on it to make it look like a thinner sort of checkerboard pattern. Makes it look like there's more blocks in it. And a lot of these buttons are just going to be removed by seats anyway. So yeah, there's all of that. Just got the seats and a few other things to add for the chapel. So you gotta add the center rug. That's one thing. And then 3 rows of stairs. And then there's something that looked like a chair here. And then there was this thing with a mirror. I don't really understand some of these details. A lot of them were just kind of, well, it's there, so add it. I must credit what's it, the Ransom Bean guy, the Rainbow Diddles guy. He did help quite a bit with this chapel, so credit goes to him for helping out. Alright, so for the red carpet, we'll just put this straight down the middle to the altar there. And then for the chairs on the side, well, for the benches, the pews, we'll just take 3 dark oak stairs, every other block from here. I'm actually starting there, so you can actually go in and out of this door. Let's put 3 there. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So there's all of the chairs. And then there's like what appears to be a taller chair over here, which again is something I don't really understand what the purpose is of. So I'm using a quartz slab, dark oak trapdoors for the armrests. Back here, I'm actually using a dark oak trapdoor. I think it's actually Diddles that came up with this part of the design. And then also another trapdoor on top. So you get a bit of a contrast from the backing of the chair and the wall itself. I also put a bamboo button there, just because there was like a little decoration for the head of the chairs, basically, like a little thing there. And then over here, there what appeared to be just like a little table, very small table, like a mirror above it. So have a dark oak trapdoor, and then an item frame with a light blue stained glass pane for the mirror. It's a small mirror. Now for the ceiling itself, it's just all quartz slabs. Not smooth quartz, just normal quartz. Do replace air with not smooth quartz, normal quartz slab type top. And you can see, there we go. Now our chapel is not complete, actually. I forgot the hanging lanterns. Just gotta add those real quick. You will have to put in birch planks above it, though. Just right here, in these 2 bits there. Technically, they're supposed to be centered with the arches, but since the arches are 2 blocks wide, can't really do anything about that. So, just put a chain and a lantern. And there we go. Now our chapel is done. So, accessible to all classes. So everybody needs Jesus. It is true. In case you haven't seen like the Bible verses I've put on some of my videos. I've been doing that on like all my part 1s now. Because that's, you know, it's my mission as a Christian that I am. Yeah, I am Christian. I'm not afraid to say that. So, I've been putting Bible verses in there just to kind of show people that. And have people learn and look into it more. So, there you go. That Shamrock Shake is good. So I think it's time to move on to the suites now. So I'm gonna start by building up these outer walls. So I think if I do, you know, I'll just use some commands. Do set smooth quartz, and then down to, you know, I'll do replace air smooth quartz, and same thing over to here, and then down to here. There's all those outer walls built up, so I'll get the inner walls now. These are not symmetrical, actually. There's a few differences on like door placements, especially. and they're slightly different sizes. So, and that goes for both sides. So like these are not symmetrical, and they're also not symmetrical this way. I think like most of the wall placements are, but eh. So I think we'll go ahead and start with the Zodiac Suite here. That's what this one is. And above these doors, if you want to, you can label these as get my glowing sack again. You can label these above these doors as cabin or suite. On the prototype, I labeled them as suite. The suites was at 170. I think which this one is 74 and 76. So 74 and 176. Now, this whole area here was actually just one suite, but then it could also be used as two cabins, which is why there's like a door separation here. So it could be used as cabin 174 and 176, or used as just one big suite apartment. So I've just put suites 174 and 176 there. It's up to you what you want to put. I'll do the same thing here. So this is 178 and 180. So suites 78 and 180. And then do this side 175, 173. Suites 175. I'll do 173 and 175. This one is 77, 79. No, not 1790. That's a lot of cabins. There we go. So I think to start off, I'm going to actually get the Zodiac Suite here, which is the most famous of the suites. So grab my blocks for that, and there are a few different blocks, so be wary of that. I'm going to grab them now. We are using smooth quartz and brown terracotta. That's what the floor is in here. The floor is all brown terracotta. I think again it was like a darker kind of matted down carpet, but it did appear to match the color of the wall, which appeared brown in even like the colored photos. So there's that. And then I'm just trying to memorize the whole wall pattern here. I know there's buttons all over the place, and it might drive you mad, but if you look up pictures of the Zodiac Suite, you'll see exactly why. It is absurd. But for these walls, we'll start in this corner. Just go to the third block in. I'll add 3 there, 1 there, and then I'll put a door here. I've just used white doors, so I think it goes like that. Pull my deck plans. Yeah. Oh, and there was another door here. Okay, so that short doors. Okay. That faces inward. Okay, yeah. That's all fine. That's the This is the bathroom itself. So I'll build up these walls here. So just smooth quartz. All right, and then skipping a block here, we'll go outward by 1, 2, 3, and then put a door here, and then we'll add kind of 2 going forward like that, and then 2 out. These 2 blocks will. This is a doorway, so I'm just putting brown terracotta in there, in the spot for the floor, and then 2 there. This area itself would actually just had banners. I think it was like a sliding door, and then you had like a what do you call them? They're banners in Minecraft. What are they called? Holy moly, how is Minecraft making me forget this? I know one word for them is drapes. Curtains. Curtains. They're called curtains. I don't know how I forgot that. But actually this wall right here, this should be brown terracotta. So make this whole wall up in brown terracotta. Leave it like that. So 3 tall space. And then for this side, we'll just make these blocks this bottom row, which is brown terracotta. And then this area will make 1, 2, 3, 4. Should just do 5. 5 blocks brown terracotta. And this whole wall right here, this goes all the way out to those walls. And that is brown terracotta up to a certain point. So this is what? 6 brown terracotta, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smooth quartz. So I'll build these walls up. You might just change that block. There's those walls. Now next to this doorway here, this is a smooth quartz. Actually, we already marked this part out. Build this up. And then next to this, we put another door here. So put the door like that. And then we'll add 1, 2, 3, 4 there, and then 1. And then we'll put a another door right here. So this is like the shower room. This is the bathroom. This is a little storage baggage area, actually. So when we build up these walls, which I'll do right now, we'll just add 2 blocks there. I'll take a banner here. It says there's a curtain there for just put baggage there. It's our first little decoration, really. But that's that. Now for the portholes, I do have them laid out a specific way. I forget exactly how, though. Okay, I remember now. So for the portholes in here, these cabins will put 2 here, or well, put 1, and then put it's a cyan banner over it with curtain, window curtain, and then here the same thing. Oh, there we go. And also grab a white banner again, and we'll just add the banners for the doors here. So I think I did white on top and then cyan. So there's that. And I think I can just get the decorations for them now. And oh no, I did add cyan on top. Okay, I'll have to change that. Obviously this has a lot. It's kind of a lot to take in at once. There are so many things going on in this room. With that. So for decorating this, just gonna try for the beds. I think the beds go, what was it, here and here, with 2 dark oak trapdoors above them. It's really just a whole panel there, but I didn't want to change these blocks because you can't put trapdoors in front of them there. Put a chair here, so a white armrest. Just gonna change the banners, we'll do that after. Put birch wood, not stripped birch wood. Normal birch wood, because it has these spots on it. Some green candles on that one for a light, I guess. And this one I put a flower pot. And that's basically it for that. Again, I'll change these banners to how they should be. There we go. I think I'll get the furniture in the sitting area, sitting room. Oh, hold on. I noticed another mistake. Oh, they copied it over there. Sweet. Thank you to whoever has done that. It was what's his name? The Black Wing of Death. He did that. So thank you to you. And then we'll move that thing over by a block. So now we can easily get up here and fly up here to this. Oh, okay. Well, it's not exactly easy to get in, but oh well. Yeah. Before I do the sitting room, I just get the bathroom because it's so simple. And this other bathroom area-ish thing. So for the bathroom itself, you've got a bath along this wall, and then a toilet. There's more stuff to go in there, but obviously I can't fit it all, so this is what I have to go with. And then there's another little area next to it here. I've just put a pay look door, trapdoor for a shelf, and then a banner there. It's more like a table actually, kind of a shelf table. Just got a mirror above it. Now for the sitting room. Sitting room and bathroom. Again, because I'm lazy, I'm gonna get the shower first. So, I want the materials. Also, you probably noticed that in the shower areas, the floor is just prismarine. So, because in the floor, on the floor in the bathrooms, it also had the crazy blue or white with blue spots all over it kind of design. It had that on everything in the room. And then for the brown areas, it's like a brown and tan. It's like brown walls with the tan symbols all over it. So for the shower room, it's just that the usual shower design. Now for the sitting room, and then I'll do the ceiling and buttons. I promise the other rooms will be much simpler than this. So you got prismarine stairs. Get the signs. Get this. Get the trapdoor. Get the flower pots. And memorize all of this real quick. Okay, I think I've got it. Let's start by adding 2 shelves in here with the trapdoors. One there, one there. This has a lily of the valley in it. Got a 3-block couch here, and then a table here with another lily of the valley in it. Then a chair facing like that here, and then a chair facing like that here. And now we'll move on to all the buttons. Actually, I think I'll do the ceiling and then the buttons. So the ceiling is also kind of wacky. It's like pretty wacky. So wacky that I'm having a hard time memorizing it all. Okay, I'm just gonna go out and do it. I'll start with the lights embedded in the ceiling. So we'll put 6 of them above the bed here. This. And then above this area, we'll just put basically a 4x4. And then I also added a line of 3 right here. I added a line of 2 in the bathroom. And 1 above that mirror. 2 in here. And then above the shower. And then for the actual pattern, there was a pattern with the light gray glazed terracotta and the smooth quartz. I think it starts off in this corner, right here. We just kind of have it it's like a checkerboard pattern, I guess, with the smooth quartz and the on the glazed terracotta. So trying to do this all correctly. That's screwing up the pattern. There we go, and then these areas just use smooth quartz. So there's all of that. And then on the inside, we have the fun of putting buttons everywhere. So I'll grab my warp buttons and birch buttons. And now for the fun of it, I'll basically put, how did I do this in the prototype? There's so many buttons everywhere. Oh, jeez. It's not even a pattern. They're just kind of everywhere. On the ceiling, on the walls. I guess I'll start in the little bathroom area, because that's easiest. I just did, what was it, 3 here and 3 there. And then 1 there. And then in here, I think I had, what was it, 1 there, and then 1, 2, 3 there. And then 1 here, here, and along these bits. Which I think that one had 1, that one didn't. And then these had some. 1 there. It's so random. And then just gotta fill in the rest of these spots where you can. Which one had a full 3? I know there's a wall with 3 of them tall. Yeah, right there in the middle. Okay. This is so confusing with all these buttons. This room. And then 1 there. And then along this wall, you just gotta add some there. And then also up here. Oops. And then I think I made that one. And what other ones did I do on this wall? These walls are so annoying. 3 and then 2. Okay. So yeah, was it 1, 2 there, and then 1, 2 there. That's how those buttons work. This wall shouldn't be too much of a problem because we already did the ceiling. There's all of that disaster. In here it's a different story. I think I did do a sort of pattern to this. Some semblance of a pattern. Okay, did on the lights. And then I think everything else is just kind of put it wherever you can. For the most part. This is gonna be a long part, isn't it? Holy, 47 minutes already. Okay. Okay, I might just be doing the first 2 suites today. Plus the chapel that we already did. So I think the lights, the ceiling I'll do just that. And I think I had that. And then along this wall. I think that's all correct. Let me check that. The ceiling is fine, I know that. Did I not? I did. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think that's all of that first class suite done. So yeah, honestly, quite a disaster. But because there's so many buttons everywhere, it's hard to look at. But that's the Zodiac Suite, finally. So move on to the Modern Suite here. Um, and this one is quite a bit simpler. It's got different walls and banners. So it also has a blue terracotta floor and a bit of gray glazed terracotta floor, but I'll go over that. And yeah, it's just kind of it's the whole chiseled quartz block everywhere. And I think it was even along the bedroom wall. Was it? Okay, it was not. Never mind. So, for these walls here, just build them entirely chiseled quartz block. In this corner, actually no, these ones need to be smooth quartz. So, this corner we'll put one there. Grab my door. Smooth quartz. So put a block there, and then put a door here, and put 3 there. If a block gap here, put 2 there, and then put a door here, and then 2 there. Oops, 2, 1 there. Actually, these 3 need to be smooth quartz. So we'll put a door here, 1 there, 1, 2, 3 blocks in, 2 blocks back, and 1 there. And then all this should be chiseled quartz. And then also these walls should be chiseled quartz. Here we got all that, and all that. Oh, and you gotta add a door here for the bathroom. That's right. And then also there should be a pair of doors here, just with the blue blocks underneath. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks there. And again, you want to change this wall here. And these are smooth quartz. These are basically like asylum walls. It was like padded. Just like a bunch of pads all over the walls. It looks like an asylum. And then I gotta change these walls. You can ignore the spruce planks for now. I believe those just show where to put the bulkheads. Is that in the right place? Yeah, okay. There we go. And since we have them marked out, I'll just put the windows in now. So grab my glass, and then also the banner here, white banner. And I'll put in the same spots really. I think this one is kind of squished forward instead of back. So get those put in there. With our asylum walls. Oh, also another thing. If you want to, you can label the individual cabins in here. So like this is cabin 175, and this is 173. And then over on this side, this is cabin 176 and 174. Okay, now for the decorations. So you've already got the beds put out here, so it's a magenta bed. Actually put in 2 magenta beds. So you put one on there, and I think it's a 2 block space, and then one there. Yeah. And then you put banners all over this wall, like that. And then I think it's 2 banners along these walls here. Oh, and then what went here? What went there? How did the banners attach? Oh, trapdoors. Okay. So put a trapdoor, or what I've done is I've put a trapdoor here, and then two there, and two there. I think it's just row one actually. Oh wait, I did that wrong. Trapdoor there, and then two above the bed like this. So you have, there we go, like that. So those should be. For the chairs, I got scaffolding, a flower pot. I think I used the allium. So on this side here, in this corner, I'll put flower pot in a table. Put a granite stair there, and then also there's like a footrest, so I've got a polished granite there. Like a chair with no back. That's what that was there. That's that whole area. Oh, and then this corner. I just used this. Just grab a spruce trap door and a mirror banner. I'll put that up there. And then for the bathroom itself, again, it's just what was it? It was purple, blue terracotta in there. So grab my stairs again, quartz stairs. I'll just put the bath here and the stair there. All right. I guess so that I don't forget, I'll put the baggage area here, like that. And then also the shower itself. So it's not the dropper, it's the dispenser. And then grab my glass and tripwire. I know this room is a little bit complicated. It's the sitting room. And now actually, the Zodiac Suite is the only picture that it is the only cabin that has pictures of the sitting room. The other cabin, this one, this is the modern cabin, spelled M-O-D-E-R-N-E, I think. The article just said it had a modern design. It didn't really give a name for it. And then the other two cabins are not described at all. There is a picture of the other one for cabins, was it 178 and 180? One picture for that one, which is pretty overexposed and hard to tell, and nothing of the other one. So we looked at some pictures of Cristoforo Colombo's suites and just kind of guessed off of that for that cabin. And then that one, these two I just kind of guessed based on the individual pictures they have. Now another thing is, I forgot the dresser in the middle here. So we'll do that. It's like a little nightstand. Strip spruce and some stone buttons. Now for the sitting room for this suite. I'll end it there because we're basically at an hour now. These things, I believe they're called Murphy beds. They basically fold down from the wall. Those were a thing. So, I mean, they still are, but they were a thing back then. So that's how they could convert these into two separate cabins. You have beds in here, and these beds would fold down from the wall. So, I think this is everything. Okay, so for the sitting room, we'll put, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, 2 there, 2 there. Is that right? Or is it 2? I think it's 2 there. No, maybe there's 2 here. We'll put. Oh wait, it's 2 there and 2 there. Or no, we put slabs on top of those ones. Button there. 2 trapdoors here, 2 trapdoors here. A flower pot here. And put 3 stairs in here for the chairs and table. And there we go. There's the sitting room for that room. Turn off the lights, and then to the ceiling and wrap that up. So pretty simple. Well, Ish. Simple-ish. Checking the lights here. And we got there. Okay. Okay. I think I've got the whole thing down. So right in this cabin, we'll basically make a 3x4. So and then this one will have a 2x2. So I'll put right in there. There's 2 in the middle. This one is, I believe, is a 4x4. And there's just 2 in here. Now everything else is smooth quartz. Oh, and then there are some trapdoors that I want to add. I'm not. Why are you hitting Y? I already have trapdoors. Never mind. Put one there, and then put them in the bathroom. There we go. Alright, and then fill the rest of it with smooth quartz. And there we go. There's that modern suite done. One more job for today is the lighting in the hallways. So, these cabins themselves. So it's a bit interesting actually, and it's kind of based on Queen Mary. So again, I couldn't find any pictures of the hallways for the first class areas, but I've been on the Queen Mary, which I know is the 1930s, but it's still Art Deco. It is still Art Deco. So I imagine Andrea Doria was at least somewhat similar. I basically put the lights embedded in the top corner of the walls area, and that just goes all the way around all of these hallway areas. So if you go in here, you can see I just do it on like this inside bit. I'm gonna do it up to there, and then on this side, I'll do it. Just do it up to the where the doors are. That'll be good enough. I think that's when the lights would cut off and start with the fancy stuff. You know, I think these are all vertical actually. Are they? Are they vertical or horizontal? They are vertical. Okay. Well, I guess I'll be redoing all this. Already got all those. Then inside the cabins, I also added a single light like this in the center, and then in the bathroom as well. And I've put a stone button on the bottom, so it looks more like a light and less like a just generic light source. Alright, and then along this wall. Alright, and then the rest of this area should be filled in a smooth quartz slab. Put some blocks above your door too. And I forgot these lights. This also gets some light in the cabins themselves, which is nice. So yeah. Here, get the ceiling filled in. But yeah, next part, which I dare not say the number of, that'll be the other suites and probably some of those other surrounding rooms before we get to the foyer itself. Get those suites and probably just whatever's left in this kind of general area. So yeah, we can cover this bit up with planks. and then fill, birch, next. There we go. That's what we have for part 66. So, yes, I'll fly back up to the front and do the outro now. I know we're just over an hour, which is quite a bit longer than I expected, but here we are. So anyway, yeah, that's really all I have for this video. So, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. So, bye for now.